Hey guys, welcome. It's another Inspirations by Kate night. I'm excited to see everybody. I'm on a little car ride here going to get some coffee to wake up. I had major dental work done yesterday, so I'm a little sore. So if my mouth goes dry, I apologize for a quick moment while I kind of take a breather and take a sip of a drink to re-get my mouth going again. But here I am with you guys. I'm excited to be with all of y'all, and we can't wait to see what it'll be about tonight. I would like to talk a little bit about our photo sessions. We've been trying to work on getting families that have children with autism here locally in San Antonio or Austin or the surrounding regions to let us come out and do a photo shoot of your kiddo in their moment of glory and kind of start our portfolio. We are actually looking at working on a photo booth company to start up here eventually locally in New Braunfels, and we need a portfolio to show that company that we want to get the equipment from about our journey in our lives. So I'm excited to be here with all of you. Like I said, I'm going to wait a few minutes for all of you to jump in. If I start seeing some comments, then great, and we'll start going from there. So like I said right now, I would like to welcome you guys. My name is Katharine Fanizzi. For all of you that don't know me, I am an RBT here in San Antonio locally with Training Wheels ABA. I am on their onboarding process to be hired on to try to work either from home or in clinic, depending on days and times. So what is RBT? RBT is a registered behavioral technician in training. That means that we are working underneath a BCBA, which is a board certified behavior analysis. So we work with them through our kiddo to give them the proper autism treatment that they need due to their diagnosis of autism, whether it's severe autism with nonverbal to all the way up to high functioning Asperger's like I have. We work with all kinds of different diagnoses with autism, and I really love what I do because not only do I give back to the community, but my kiddos learn through me that I'm one of the people who have been through what they're going through, and they can get through anything if I could do it too. So I'm really excited for this journey in RBT. I'm very excited to be here with you guys and to talk about RBT and answer some of your questions that you may have about your kiddos. I'm very also excited to talk about possibly my new career. I will also be trying to get a career with another ABA company to work with me on opening my own practice eventually here with my fiance in town. So there's a lot of things going, and we have a lot to talk about. I can't really read the comments because they're so small, so I'm going to try to zoom in. Hi, sweet Lorienda. How are you? It's good to see you. I'm excited that you're here to hang out with us. We're on a car ride getting some coffee. Good evening, Lorienda. Good evening, everybody. We are excited to be together here again with Autism and Us. Thank you to Nita. I'm very excited that she has brought me back a second time. And I'm excited that I may have another opportunity to continue to do this in the future. So this is a blessing to me. I'm excited that you guys are here for the ride with me, and together we can get through anything. So let's talk about some inspiration for a second. I know some of us have been going through a lot lately with, not having ABA services and how our kiddos are having a hard time at home. So what are some things that you can do to inspire your child to want to continue to work on their ABA assignments at home? I think number one, you definitely need to talk to your BCBA. Your BCBA at the clinic, or whether they're in home or in the school, they can definitely give you a guideline of things that you should continue to be working on at home. Hey, Linda, thank you so much for having on, and thank you for having me. But the BCBA can definitely give you a guideline of things that you should be working on at home during these times that we are not in clinic right now due to COVID. So if you're struggling because your kiddo is acting out, having a hard time sleeping, whatever it may be, my suggestion is get to your BCBA as soon as possible. Your BCBA is the only one that can give you a guideline and a breakdown of what your child should be continuing to do at home with you. and you are that role model and that parent that should continue to work on those things with them at home. Because if we don't continue to work on it and then they come back into clinic, we see that they struggle because they've gotten behind. So that's definitely one thing that I would definitely suggest. Lorienda, can you retype that because it disappeared and I didn't read it? Would not miss you being on. Yes, we have begged Nita for you to return. Yay. Oh my God, it feels so good to be back, Lorienda. Thank you so much for begging Nita and Linda to have me back. It's a blessing to be here with you guys. You are an awesome sauce. Thank you, Lorienda. I appreciate it. So another thing that you guys could definitely do, there are some activities that I definitely do suggest at home. Maybe make some sensory bags or sensory boxes or bins, whichever one that works better for your child. Breaking the schedule down every day from the minute that you wake up to bedtime is definitely something that is going to help your kiddo stay on task. So when you wake up, I definitely suggest maybe a color coded chart that you can make for that child that says, here's our activities throughout the day. Here's what's available, what's not available, what we're doing, and where we're going. That way, your child also understands, okay, I'm not going to school for ABA today, but here I am working at home with mom or dad on whatever services that I was receiving in the office or at school or, in home. It really helps us to stay on track with our kiddos. And when we do see them back again, it helps us to know, okay, they're still hitting their targets because mom and dad are working with them on those targets at home. So there's a couple of suggestions that I could definitely throw out there to you guys. And we can definitely talk about some questions that you guys may have. Also, if you guys didn't know, I do have a business Facebook page and also a business page on Google. It's inspirationsbykate.com. You can find me on Google locally, and we can definitely thank you, Linda and Nita, for putting that. You can definitely check that out. Weekly, I do write blogs about certain topics, whether it be anxiety, depression, autism. Right now, I'm working on one called Dental Fears 101. I have autism, so going to the dentist for me, what is that like? So let me break that down for you. I get up at 6 a.m. in the morning. I start getting dressed, getting showered, getting ready for the dental appointment. I pack my bag with my weighted autism blanket. My favorite doll, her name is Mackenzie. She's actually at home right now. But I pack her. We pack some DVDs or some movies to bring to the dental office and some other things. Isabel is in the watch party. Says hello. Hi, Isabel. Welcome. Thank you for coming on with us. So what I do is once I pack my bag for the dentist, we try to get there within 15 minutes before the appointment. We like to be early. That way, if it is a new dentist like I had yesterday, I have time to get to know them. Do you use a weight blanket to help you sleep? Lorienda, definitely. Yes, we keep one on the bed at all times. I hope that answered your question. Um, so back to the dentist thing. We arrived 15 minutes early. We go in. Yesterday, I had a meet and greet where I had to meet a new dentist. Was I nervous? Was I scared? Was I anxious? Absolutely. But what I did was I went in with my head held high. I said, okay, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm anxious. So he immediately came out, got down to my level on the floor with me, talked to me, let me get to know him. He also had a daughter that has special needs. So it helped a lot to know that I wasn't alone in this field because he really loved me and, knew about me immediately. So I spent time with him. He helped me get through x-rays. I went back to the room. He puts a little thing over my nose that's called a nitrous oxide mask. It gives you sweet air. Some dentists have the flavored ones, like mine does, with orange, bubblegum, strawberry, whatever it may be. So I had the nitrous oxide, the little laughing gas nose, and automatically after a couple of minutes of being on the highest dose, I felt comfortable. I was relaxed. I was happy, giddy, go lucky me. So I went through a deep cleaning. I went through numbing. I went through a lot of stuff. So now being autistic, what does that say to your child? It may freak them out because the smells, the senses, the fears, the pain fear, certain things of being autistic and going into doctor's offices are not easy for our children or our kiddos that we work with. So it may not be easy for your kiddo. And breaking it down the day before the dental appointment or the doctor's appointment, saying, okay, here's what we're going for. This is what we're expected. So that can help them to know, okay, I'm not afraid because mom and dad talked to me about what to expect before the night of the appointment. So also bringing a comfort item. That's another huge thing that I always do. You want to bring a favorite weighted blanket, a favorite doll, something that your child is attached to. That can help them get rid of the fear of being in that new environment. So definitely bringing an object like that. Um, and then after the appointment, reward them with a positive reinforcement and tell them that it's going to be okay and that they did a great job. That's something huge that we use. Positive reinforcement is something to use that we also use in the ABA field. They may get the token board where they have the 5 tokens, the 10 tokens. They get outside activities and much other things like that. So that's another blog that I'm working on this week. Also, I'm working on one called Disney Fairy Tale Weddings. Yeah, Italian soda with the blue raspberry, please. Okay. No cream in it. The blue raspberry. So extra raspberry flavoring. Sorry, guys, we're ordering coffee and stuff right now. But also, what I was going to say is the Disney Fairy Tale Weddings blog that I'm working on is the Disney Fairy Tale Weddings that we're working on is the blog about why I want to marry my best friend. I'm trying to enter into a contest called Disney Fairy Tales Happily Ever After. And it's a Disney wedding thrown in Disney World. They pay for mostly everything. So that's another blog that I'm working on about my autism and why I feel like I should receive that wedding from Disney. So if you guys follow me on my inspirational page, you'll see that there are a lot of blogs going up and a lot of videos. And I really hope that these blogs not only inspire you and your kiddos, but I hope that you share them and get them out there with your family and your friends and show them about me and stuff. So that would be amazing to me, and it would help to get me out there, get me known. Also, another thing that we're working on, like I said, is
Jolt fills up your whole card today.
Oh, yay! Awesome. That's awesome. If you guys live locally in New Braunfels, my friend just said, Heather, so to tell you guys that Jolt Coffee here in New Braunfels or San Antonio locally, they fill up your whole reward card. So that's something that we just learned of that's really cool and we're really excited about. So sharing that with you guys is a little side feedback. But also, let's talk about certain things that you have questions about. What can I help you answer? This is very helpful because my Brandon has a dentist appointment on Thursday. Thank you. You're welcome, Lorienda. I hope that it helps. I got through my dental appointment and I'm still not done. Let's talk about that. So, what am I still looking at in the dental field? I have to get 3 cavities. I have to get braces. I have to get implants. I've been through a lot with the dental field. So that brings me a lot of fear because I'm like, okay, I have to go back into the dental office and deal with a lot of fears and anxiety still. I still have at least $3,000 of dental work to be done. So for me, going back into that dental field, I'm like, hell no, after I haven't been there for 6 months. So going back and kind of researching what dental practices are available to you, what pediatric offices, going in to actually meet the doctor. You can make something at most dental offices. They're called a happy meet and greet, where it's you actually go in and talk to the dentist and get to know them before they do anything or get to know the pediatrician because you want your kiddos to feel safe just like they feel safe at home. This is very helpful. Yep. Thank you, Lorienda. I appreciate your comment and I hope that helped you. So I'll be answering a lot of questions. Russell, do you play chess? I do not play chess, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I'm not like a huge game board person. But I do play Monopoly. I love playing Nintendo. There's a lot of things that I like to do.
I gotta get gas, babe. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're fine. So, if there's any other questions that I can answer for anybody, I don't want to like just talk and keep breaking your eardrums. So, does anybody have any questions about ABA, about certain doctor's appointments, comfort items, things like that? I would love to cover them right now. I know a lot of you had a lot of questions last time, and we didn't get to cover everybody. So, let's talk about those questions and let me answer those for you right now. So, does anybody have any questions? I would love to answer questions for you guys.
Okay, I will be right back.
Okay, you're fine. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and chat.
Okay, you're doing such a good job.
Thank you. So, Is there any other questions that anybody else has that I can help answer at this time? If not, let's talk about what's going on with COVID. I know a lot of you are going back into the work field right now and you're getting ready to go back to work and stuff. How is ABA going for you guys? Are you guys opening back up? Are your kiddos back at their centers? What's new with ABA for you guys and how is it going? Do you guys have any questions about returning to your centers, returning to your at-home services, anything that I can answer for you right now? Because I could definitely do that. I may not be able to answer insurance questions or anything like that, but general questions about returning um, to your centers or to work, how to get your kiddo prepared for that transition, anything that you guys have food related. I know that we talked a lot about the food sensitivities last time. So does anybody have any questions right now that I can actually answer for you guys? I don't know how many viewers we have because it doesn't show me. So Nita, can you comment and let me know if we have any viewers right now? Or let me know what we're up to? I don't know if anybody's still on with us.
We're back.
Okay.
I said this here.
Okay. Nita, are there any viewers on with us right now? Or is it just us? Is anybody still with us? I'm not sure if there's any more questions. Yes, we have viewers, 18 here. Wow, okay, that's amazing. 18 viewers. Hi, guys. I hope everybody is just hopping on and joining us. I'm Katharine Fanizzi. I'm in RBT, and RBT is a registered behavioral technician. I'm still in training. So I'm very excited to be here with all of you. For all of you that are just hopping on, please feel free to ask me any questions that you may have. Especially helping with anxiety and sleep. Okay, Lorienda, I can definitely cover that. My nighttime routine may not be the same as your kiddos. At about 5 or 6 o'clock, my home health aide, who's with me right now, Heather, she stays with me due to my PNE seizures. I have something called PNEs. It's photogenic non-epileptic seizure disorder. So, what is that, and how is it related to autism? PNEs is a seizure disorder where your body, due to anxiety and depression or anxiety and change, your body locks up and it tenses up very easily for me. I get seizures due to transitions of new doctor's offices, new places, certain smells. Definitely if I'm anxious, I definitely have a lot of seizures due to the anxiety. So, due to the fact that I'm autistic, I started researching the other day. I said, okay, well, are my seizures actually related to my autism? And for my surprise, yes, they are related to your autism. You can definitely have seizures with autism. You could definitely have anxiety. There are certain things that I never knew that were linked to our autism. So I've been doing a lot of research lately to help and prepare for these lives. And it has opened my eyes to, oh my God, our kiddos go through a lot more than we ever think about. So what I started having a hard time with was the sleep patterns lately. Lorienda, here's your question answer. With my seizures, I do not sleep normally. I have a lot of hard time falling asleep, staying asleep. The storms lately that have been coming through New Braunfels, Texas, we've had a lot of storms. We've had hail, we've had thunderstorms, we've had lightning, we've had all of those things happen. And due to the fact of that, the last couple of nights, my fiance Rob and I, we've been up late at night because the sound of the storms scares me. So how do I prepare for my nighttime and what is my routine? So here's what could possibly help you guys. Starting around 5 or 6 o'clock, which right now it's 5 p.m. here, 5:18. My fiance Rob usually will arrive home between 5 and 6. My home health aide Heather will either cook meals, we'll go out and grab dinner and have it prepared. So we'll eat dinner around 6:30 all together, the three of us. And then Heather will either stay if she's needed help, for help with either bathing, getting my pajamas on, getting me ready for the nighttime, or she'll, head home and Rob and I will spend that time together. So lately what I've been doing is Rob and I will try to reserve time at our community pool, and we like to swim from about 8 to 10 p.m. After we swim from 8 to 10, I go inside. I take a warm bath. I put my color changing tablets in the water, the bubble bath, the salts that we use for my what do you call that, allergies, or Texas cedar fever, I think. So we have certain salts that we throw in the bath, as well as the color coded tablets and stuff. So once I take my bath, I get out of the bathtub, I get my pajamas on, I lay down, I watch a favorite show, whether it's Arthur, it's Barney, it's whatever it may be. And then by 11 or 12 o'clock, I have my last cup of Pedialyte for the night. Now, why do I drink Pedialyte a lot with my autism? Because we get dehydrated faster than any other person. Did you know that kiddos with autism can easily get dehydrated very quickly and very severely? So I've been drinking a lot of Pedialyte, and it helps me keep the nutrients in my body. So after I have my last cup of Pedialyte at about 11:30, 12, Rob will turn on a music machine or a calming device that we have in the bedroom, and it has multicolored blinking lights. Now, due to my seizures, I can't use those lights. So instead, we use the sounds, and that helps me to wind down. We also use Pandora Music, the Disney station for kids. We use music to help me fall asleep. We dim the lights. He lays with me. He rubs my back. He does certain things. So having him really helps me to fall asleep and stay consistent with my nighttime routine. So when I'm ready to fall asleep, we take out the weighted blanket and we put it on top of my regular blankets on the bed, and we wrap me in that weighted blanket. Usually within about 5-10 minutes, I'm sound asleep for the night, and it's been helping me stay asleep a lot more lately. So I hope that this helps you, Lorienda, and I hope that you can come up with some nighttime routine that helps as well. Isabel wants to know what ABA is. Hi, Isabel. Welcome. ABA is Behavioral Analysis Therapy. Linda, if I'm wrong in saying how that pronunciates, you could correct me. I forget what the terms for ABA are technically, but I call it Behavioral Analysis Therapy. Um, but ABA is where a kiddo that has symptoms or a diagnosis of autism is brought into either a clinic, the therapist comes to you at home, or they come to the child's school. They do an evaluation. They determine what services your child may need and what can help with the behavioral reinforcement. So if they're having a hard time with, let's say, staying in a room and not eloping, if they're having behavioral elopements where they run out of a place, they take off down the street, you know certain things like that. Behavioral elopements, anger issues, anxiety. We diagnose that, and we help the parent come up with a behavioral plan that helps your kiddos to do better, whether it's at home, at school, in the community. ABA is offered in 3 different areas that I know of right now, and I'm new to this as well, so bear with me if I don't know all the facts. Thank you, Linda. Applied behavioral analysis. So, right now, it's offered in home, in school, and in the community. Those are the 3 that I know of right now. My favorite service is in clinic. Why do I like in clinic better than in home services? To me, it's because I'm with my BCBA. Legally, I have to have my BCBA with me at all times while I'm in RBT. I cannot do certain treatments without the supervision and approval of my BCBA or my BCABA. So I like in clinic because I know that I can always turn to my BCBA or my BCABA, and they help me with the treatment of my kiddos. So my favorite right now is in clinic. I'm also exploring the in-home option and the in-school. Starting next year, I'm hoping to have my certification complete, and I would like to be in school more because a lot of teachers that I've spoken to a lot of teachers that I've spoken to have told me that they don't know what ABA is or what RBTs do. And now that I've talked to more of them, it really is noticed that they need a lot more of us in the schools because the kiddos get overwhelmed so easily in the school. They're in the classroom all day. They don't really get to go out and do a lot of recess. So they get overwhelmed. They get overstimulated. So they need somebody like me to be with the kiddo that is struggling to help them with their behavioral reinforcement, whether it's taking the kiddo out of the classroom for 5 minutes and letting them do some breathing exercises, whether they have a sensory classroom, whatever it may be. I want to give back to my community by being the RBT that can give back to my kiddo because I have autism myself. Like I said, I'm autistic. I have Asperger's. I'm high functioning. So therefore, I've walked in the shoes of my kiddos. I know what they're going through. I know what they're feeling. Therefore, I can give back to them because I've been through what they're going through now. So I feel like that's what makes me a good RBT is the connection, or what they call in ABA terms, pairing. I can successfully pair with my kiddo because I've been through what they're going through. So it really helps me to be an RBT, or an behavior and now, Linda, can you put that up again? The applied behavior analysis, like Linda said, I call it RBT, but we call it ABA. So applied behavioral analysis, like I said, is when we as RBTs and BCBAs and BCABAs come into either your home, your school, or the community, and we diagnose your child that has autism to see what kind of things they are struggling with and how our services of applied behavioral analysis can positively redirect your kiddo. And it helps them to do better, not only in school, are we seeing improvements, but out in the community, how they're communicating. They're able to do normal life activities. So I know that a long time ago, ABA was not seen and not approved of because ABA therapy people did not know how to correctly handle your kiddo. Therefore, we are seeing a lot of negative reinforcement. But today, ABA is seen as a positive reinforcement, and we are more welcomed into the community more than we've ever been. So, to me, I feel like it's important to be an RBT because, like I said, I've been through what your kiddo is going through. And I feel like I could possibly pair or relate to that kiddo and give them the help that they need to be successful. So, Isabel, I hope that I answered your question correctly. And I hope that now you have a better understanding of what ABA is. Thank you for also joining us. Yes, I did not know that. Pedialyte. Thanks. Lorienda. Okay, so Pedialyte is not only Pedialyte, there is two versions now. There is one called Pedialyte, which is Pedia, Pedialite, Pedialyte. There are two versions of it. Pedialyte is more like the adult version. It has the extra electrolytes, the extra balancing. So I get the Pedialyte, but I also drink the Pedialyte because I'm autistic. I don't like nasty white grape or whatever flavor the adult ones come in. So I get the Pedialyte. My favorite flavor is the bubble gum. It tastes just like the Pedialyte flavor. And I'm really excited that it helps me to feel a lot better than what I used to feel. So I hope that this answers your question and that you feel great about using Pedialyte in the future. Wonderful. Yes, I did not know that Pedialyte was not only Pedialyte, but it was Sorry, guys, we're going in and out because I'm in the car, so we may go under a tunnel and lose service for a minute, but it comes right back.
You can also make the Pedialyte.
Oh, yeah, you can also make the Pedialyte at home. Heather just brought up another really great task and fact. If you go on Google, there are recipes that can be found to make Pedialyte at home. Really, all you need is Jello flavoring, sugar, salt, and there's one other thing I forget what it was. But there is a recipe on Google that you can make at home Pedialyte if you cannot afford the $4 a bottle, which I know now they are going up. Yesterday when we bought 6 bottles, it was like $6 something a bottle now. So it's ridiculously becoming expensive, especially for kiddos like us that need it for that rehydration purpose. Why would we waste $6 a bottle when we can just make it at home? So I hope that you guys use those recipes, use those comforting techniques, help out with your kiddos every day, continue to be the great moms and dads that you are, and go out there and change the world in a positive way. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I hope that this live has not only helped you to feel great, but I hope that you can share this and let your other friends and family know about me. Also, if you ever have a question, please feel free to reach out to Nita or Linda. and I would be more than happy to give them my cell phone number for you guys to connect directly to me. Also, before I close down and conclude, please do go to my page that is pinned right here, theinspirationbykate.com, and go check out the blogs that are on there. Also, my friend Heather just gave me the recipe for Pedialyte at home. It is 1 cup of hot water. Oh, sorry, half cup of hot water, 3.5 cups of cold water, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of Jello mix, any flavor. So I hope that helps you guys to make it at home and save some money. Other than that, does anybody else have any questions, concerns, or anything that they'd like to address with me right now, or have any other questions answered? I'd be more than happy to open the stage up to answer your questions. So we'll wait a few minutes for any questions. If not, then I will conclude this and follow up with Linda and Nita on their feedback. And we would hope to see you guys again real soon. And I'm so glad to be part of this awesome group and this awesome community. And I can't wait to see all of you again real soon. So if you have no other questions, I guess Linda and Anita can go ahead and help me conclude this. And I will follow up with them on their feedback of how tonight went. And I would hope that you guys would bring me back again real soon, because I love spending the time with you guys and talking. And it really helps me to learn more about your kiddos as well. So, I may not know everything that works for your child, but when you give me the feedback, it helps me learn more about not only your kiddos, but how I can use that for my kiddos that I work with as well. So it really does help me in the long run. So I appreciate all of you supporting me, loving me, and being here with me. And right now, I will open up the floor for questions. So wait a couple minutes to see if we have any questions. If not, then I'm going to call it a night. I need to go home and make dinner and prep for my fiance to arrive at home. And I'm going to spend some time with my home health care aide, Heather. I have not seen her in a couple of days since I've had dental surgery. So I definitely want to spend some time with her and see her and talk to her and laugh with her and just enjoy the time that we have left tonight. So, does anybody have any other questions, comments, concerns, anything you'd like to bring up? If not, then I think we are concluded. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Linda, for having me. It was a blast, and I hope to see everybody real soon.